তো আমাদের টপিক হলো আজকে লেন্স। Basically we are going to study refraction in curved surface. Refraction in curved surface আমাদের point of study আছে। So first of all we need to understand what are lenses. So lenses are basically combination of two surfaces. Combination of two surfaces. So in between these two surfaces, may be like this. One surface is curved, other is also curved. So for example, this surface is curved, other surface is also curved. So lens is basically bounded by two curved surfaces in this case. Okay? Another case is one surface is curved, other one is plane. That means like this. One surface is curved, the other surface is plane surface. This is also having two curved surfaces. I can draw the similar kind of thing over here. One surface is curved, other one is yes. Go down. So this is basically lens. Again I am repeating. Lens is basically bounded by two surfaces. Bounded by two surfaces. Both the surface may be curved, or one surface is curved, other surface is plane. Now there are two types of lenses. One is converging lens. Converging type. Converging. CONVERGING. Converging type. Another is diverging type. Okay. Converging lens basically means convex lens. Convex lens are converging lens. Diverging lens are concave lens. So we will understand why it is called converging and why it is called diverging. So this type of lenses are called convex lens. This is called concave lens. Why convex lens is converging? That this is a convex lens made of glass. So I am putting one ray. Here also I am putting another ray. Incident light. So previously in case of refraction in plane surfaces, we used to draw a normal. Normal which was perpendicular to the surface. At this moment we do not have any plane surface. what we have is a curved surface. So in this spherical surface, we have to draw a tangent. Similarly over here also, a tangent is drawn. With respect to this tangent, I will draw a normal. The light ray is travelling from air to glass, so it will bend towards the normal. Similarly, it is going to happen over here. It is going to bend towards the normal. Again, I will draw another tangent over here. And I will draw a normal with respect to the tangent. Now the light ray will be travelling from glass to air. So definitely it is going to go away from the normal, right? So what is the normal? This is the normal. This is the normal, right? So it is not going to go like this, it is going to go away from the normal. So I am putting it away from the normal. Similarly over here also it is going to come away from the normal. So ultimately two light rays incident parallelly on the lens is getting converged to a single point. So that is why convex lens is called converging lens. Clear? Next you have to do concave lens. So please do this yourself. So when we go for a concave lens, so this is the incident ray, this is the normal part, the tangent. So the normal will be like this. Thick. It is going to go towards the normal. So normally if there was no change of phase, there is no change of medium, it should have gone straight. Now it will go towards the normal. That means it will go this side. Clear? ठीक है तो देखो प्रॉब्लम नहीं तो हाँ এদিকে যাবে তো আচ্ছা here is my another normal a tangent. So here also I will have a normal. So normally the ray should go this way. Now if there was no change of phase, ray should go this way. Now it is going from glass to air, tensor to rarer, will go away from the normal. So it is going away. Done. Similarly, if we go for this one, incident ray, here I will draw the tangent. Here is my normal. It will go towards the normal, bending towards the normal. Here is my tangent. Here is my normal. It will go away from the normal. So ray which were parallel to each other are never going, anyway they are not going to meet. This time the chances of meeting are absolute zero. So it is going away, totally away. Okay? So this is how you will show diverging action of concave lens. This is how you will show diverging action of concave lens, and this is converging action of convex lens. Lenses as combination of prisms. So if I talk about a convex lens, convex lens looks like this. This can be taken as a combination of prism and glass lens. How? This upper part is a prism. This lower part can be taken again as a prism, and the middle part can be regarded as a glass lens. So this is how we can show lenses as a combination of prism. ठीक है? Concave lens. This is concave lens. The upper part is like this. So I will not call this a prism. This can be called as a truncated prism. The vertex of the prism is cut out. Here, concave lens as combination of prism and a glass lens. The vertex of these two prism is cut. So you can call this a truncated prism. Convex lens. Types of convex lens. What are the types of convex lens? Are there? Types of convex lens. If both the surfaces are bulged like this, both the surfaces are bulged like this, then it will be called as biconcave. Biconvex. Biconvex. Both the surfaces are bulged like this. Okay? If one of the surface is plane, then it will be called as plano-convex lens. Okay? If one of the surface is concave type like this, like chada, चादी बोलिए ना, ना कितनी बोला है? बांग्ला? चादी बोले, चाट बोले, हाँ? ठीक है, जाइए, चलो। এটা যে বলে হচ্ছে না না এটাকে বলে হচ্ছে হলো এই এটাকে বলে হচ্ছে কনকেভো কনভেক্স এরপর থেকে চাঁদ কিরকম দেখলে কনকেভো কনভেক্স কনকেভো কনভেক্স দেখো I'll be a little racist over here ঠিক আছে দেখো একটা জিনিস মাথায় রাখবেন সেটা হলো whenever you name something না the breed or the original thing will be always kept same. That is, আমি থাকি আমার ছেলে থাকুক আমার বাবা থাকুক আমার নাতি থাকুক আমাদের টাইটেলটা সেম থাকবে ঠিক না এখানেও সেরকম all are convex lens. That's why the last part will be convex. How will I understand that it is convex lens and it is not concave? You can argue with me sir this is concave. If the ends are pointed, then it will be convex. Clear? Now what will happen if I want to understand the types of concave lens? Types of concave lens. One is simple concave, that is we can call this as biconcave lens. Biconcave lens. ठीक. Next is plano-concave. Yes, the title should remain same. কারণ বাবা সিং ঠিক আছে নাম চেঞ্জ হতে পারে তিনবার টাইটেল চেঞ্জ হবে কি হবে এখানে কনভেক্সো কনকেভ ठीक है What is the difference between biconcave or biconvex and equiconvex lens? There are হ্যাঁ না না প্লেনও তো একটা সাইড প্লেন কিন্তু বয়ে আছে. So there is one type of lens which we called as biconvex lens. So that one. মানে both surface are convex. Oh, sorry. ঠিক আছে, convex ও convex. So what is the difference between biconvex and equiconvex? So many a times you will see that it is written as equiconvex lens. What is the difference between these two? Biconvex means both the surface is bulged like this. Equiconvex also means both the surface is bulged. Then what is it? Biconvex means both the surfaces are bulged. But if you see, this is a part of a sphere. If I take the left hand curvature, then it is a part of a sphere. It will have some center. This is also a part of a sphere. This will also have some center. So this one will have a radius like say R1. This one will have a radius say R2. In case of equiconvex, R1 will be equal to R2. In case of equiconvex, R1 will be equal to R2. Biconvex may be like this. One side is like this, another side is there. So in this time, if I want to make a circle out of it, so this will be the radius over here, right? R1, and this will be very big compared to that one. So maybe here will be its radius will be much bigger. So we can clearly say that R2 is more than R1. It is biconvex, both the sides are convex, but it is not equiconvex. It is not equally convex. Similarly, there can be biconcave and equiconcave. Equiconcave means the concavity of the both the surfaces are same. Biconcave means both the surfaces are concave, but they are not necessarily equally concave. Here, so if I want to draw a biconcave lens, this is a biconcave lens. So this part of the lens is a part of the sphere, and this part is also a part of the sphere. So this will be its R1 and this will be its R2. So in case of equiconcave, both the concavity is same. So basically R1 is equal to R2. That is the sphere out of which these two surfaces are taken have same radius or same diameter. Okay. Thin lens and thick lens. If I talk about the thin lens, this is a thin lens. Now I will be talking about a thick lens, so this will be a thick lens, right? Now if I try to find out the sphere out of which these curves are made of, then the sphere of this thin lens will be much bigger than the thick lens, right? ठीक तो लगी ना? The radius in case of thick lens will be much lesser than the radius of the thin lens. So radius of thick lens is less than radius of thin lens. Clear? Now let us consider a thick lens. দেখো if a ray is incident on this lens and this ray refracts in such a way so that it passes through certain point on the lens which is in exact midline of the axis of the lens, and again it refracts away like this. If these two rays are parallel to each other, so basically I am taking a glass slab over here. Glass slab में parallel है ना, lateral deviation এই মাঝখানটা তো actually তো glass slab, কিছুক্ষণ আগে আমরা পড়লাম না, এটা তো glass slab তো, হ্যাঁ? So if I take this as a glass slab, so definitely this is going to refract inside towards the normal over here, and then it is going to refract away from the normal. ठीक? So if it refracts away from the normal, and as it is also coming from air, so if we consider a glass slab over here, because it is almost a glass slab, then this ray and this ray will be parallel to each other. Whenever the emergent ray is parallel to incident ray, then the point through on the axis through which this ray is passing, this point is called optical center of the lens. So if anybody asks me that whenever a light is passing through optical center, then does the ray gets deviated? Answer here. Does the ray get deviated or not? अरे है कि ना? Deviate करे तो? करे. There is a lateral deviation, right? इसे क्या बोला? Lateral displacement बोलते हैं. So here it is glass slab. Now if I decrease the thickness of the glass slab, the lateral deviation decreases. So if I take a thin lens, then this lateral deviation will be negligible. In case of thin lens, lateral deviation will be negligible. হবে তো নাকি না? হ্যাঁ? So if I take a thin lens and if the light passes through optical center, light will go undeviated. If I take a thin lens and if the light is passing through optical center, then light will go undeviated. Light is not going to deviate because the lateral displacement is very, very negligible. So in all our experiments or setups, questions, we will be taking thin lens. So overall, our fundamental will be if light passes through optical center, then it will go undeviated. So if this is the optical center, and if the light comes like this, it will go like this for thin lens. We will not show any deviation inside. Next is some terms related to lenses. This is already known to us. optical center. ठीक है, optical center already known to us. If this is extended like this circle is this sphere is drawn, then there will be some radius of the sphere or center of the sphere. So here will be a center. I am taking this as C2, and if this is extended, this surface will have a center over here. I am taking this as C1. ठीक है, this one is called center of curvature. Center of curvature, and this is called center of curvature of the other surface. ठीक है, both are center of curvature C1 C2. Both are center of curvature C1 C2. This is called principal axis. Principal axis is what? Line joining center of curvature and optical center. Line joining लिख रहा हूँ. Line joining center of curvature and optical center. Line joining center of curvature and optical center. Okay, so if I take this as O, then OC1 and OC2 both will be called as radius of curvature. OC1 and OC2 both will be called as radius of curvature. Now, OC1, if I take this as R1 and if I take OC2 as R2, OC1 is taken as R1, OC2 as R2, R1 will be equal to R2 only when the length is very good, equiconvex. If the lens is not equiconvex, R1 will not be equal to R2. ठीक है? Then what is focus? Focus and focal length. देखो, mathematically, focus is midpoint of this. OC1 and OC2. This part is called F1 for convex lens and this is called F2 for convex lens. We will deal focus separately. Focus mathematically is OF1 equal to half of OC1. It is half of the radius of curvature. This OF1 is called focal length. This is equal to half of radius of curvature. Half of radius of curvature. How to determine what is the focus of a convex lens? Focus is not a geometrical point. Curvature, center of curvature is a geometrical point. Focus is not a geometrical point. What is focus? If this is a convex lens, if a parallel ray is coming like this will get converged and it will meet the principal axis at a certain point. It will meet the principal axis at certain point. This is called F2. That is second focal point of convex lens. Second focal point of convex lens. In case of concave lens, if a parallel ray is coming like this, it is going to diverge like this, right? It is going to diverge. If I have my eye over here, it will be appearing to me that this ray is coming from a point on principal axis, which is this one. So this ray is virtually meeting the principal axis at this point, but it is meeting. This was meeting really at the principal axis at this point. This is meeting virtually at the principal axis. This will be F2. So F2 is determined only on the basis of when the incident ray is falling normally. Parallel to what? Principal axis. Incident ray falling parallel to principal axis, whether it really or virtually meets the principal axis at which point, that point is F2, whether it be for convex lens or for concave lens. So we have just discussed second focal point. What is the first focal point? In case of convex lens, if any ray traveling from a point on the principal axis after refraction goes parallel to the principal axis, this will be called as first focal point F1. তাহলে প্যারালাল আসলে যেখানে গিয়ে লাগবে সেটা F2, যেখান থেকে গেলে প্যারালাল বেরিয়ে যাবে সেটা F1 বাস। So here there is no real focus. In the first case we have seen that here there is no real focus. No real focus is there. Here if some ray falls in such a direction so that it meets some, if it goes straight, it is going to meet some point in the principal axis. If this ray gets refracted as a parallel ray, then the virtual meeting point will be called as F1. Clear? In this case, really it is coming from the point on the principal axis. In this case, if the lens was not there, then it would have met some point in the principal axis, which we will call as F1. So in case of convex lens, F2 is in the right hand side. In case of concave lens, F2 is on the left hand side. Okay? And reverse is true for F1. Normally for focus, we are going to take F2. F2 will be considered as the focal point. Okay? So you can write down F2 will be considered as focal point. So in case of convex lens, if somebody asks me in this diagram what is the focal length in case of convex lens, then it will be focal length will be OF2, convex lens. Concave lens, the focal length will be OF1. No, sorry, OF2. Here also it will be 2 only, because this is the focus. OF2. So whenever we are talking about focal length, we will consider F2, not F1. F2 for convex lens is on the right side. F2 for concave lens is on the left side. Clear? So focal length depends on what? Where the line is meeting, where the ray is meeting the principal axis. It is not depending on the geometry. ठीक है? So normally if lens has same medium on both sides, same medium on both sides, then focal length considering f1 or focal length considering f2, both are same. f1 is equal to f2, that is basically OF1 is equal to OF. If the lens is having same medium on both the sides, if lens is having same medium on both sides, whether same medium on both sides. So we are talking about equiconvex or equiconcave lens. Okay. For equiconcave or equiconvex lens. If medium is different, medium on either side is different, medium on either side is different, then f1 will not be equal to f2, because it is not going to meet at the same point if the medium is different. It is meeting at that point due to refraction. Refractions happen due to refractive index. If the medium changes, refractive index will change. Refractive index will change, then it will not going to meet at that point where it used to meet when it was there. So let us take an example. We will take an example. Suppose I have put my lens in water. Here is my incident ray, and normally this is the incident ray. Air, both side air. It is going to go like this. So in case of this refraction, glass and water have lesser difference in optical density than glass and air. So this will bend lesser. This will bend lesser because the ratio of the optical density of glass and water is much less than that of glass and air. So it will bend lesser. If it bends lesser, it is going to meet the principal axis at a larger distance. So here, suppose here there is some f2 dash, and here we are getting some f2. So definitely f2 dash will be more than. So even if it is put in water, then also we can see that the focal length is changing. So here by this we can say that focal length is not a geometric property of the lens. It is not a geometric property of the lens. It depends on which application you are using, in which fluid you are putting, etc. etc. A lot of conditions are there. Focus. Good. Focus का जो दो टाइप का है. Focus, one kind of focus we call it as real focus. Another type of focus is a virtual focus. Real focus is the case of convex lens. Virtual focus is the case of concave lens. If the question is asked which has real focus, concave lens will have real focus. Okay? So this ends the first part of lenses. Okay? First part of lenses.